we've talked about this for years because you also unfortunately suffer from an autoimmune condition. And we always talk about the foods that affect us and what happens. And yet here we are still eating those foods because I appreciate joy in my life. All right.
Well, we were taught to cook with butter and cream and flour and all the things that make it taste good. And
And I love all those things.
yeah, as do I. And as you know, I've gone gluten-free,
Hmm.
what, a year and a half ago,
Yeah, it's been a bit. Yep.
which I've noticed a huge difference. And now I really have to take dairy into consideration. Or do I need to change my energy around it?
I mean, like, I've really tried to change my energy around some things, but I'm sure you can see my face right now.
Yeah, it looks a little sore.
My face is disagreeing with the energy. Even though I'm like, I'm not gonna not drink cream in my coffee. And then when it's like, you can't even have coffee, I'm like, oh, you better shut up or I'm gonna fight you. Like, do you know who you're talking to right now?
Don't deprive stuff over coffee. That's what happened. Welcome back to the Ritual Pantry with Stephanie and Heather. Today we're doing episode 3.
Yeah, I'm hella excited, actually, about this episode because I feel like you might rip me apart a little bit. And it's okay. It's okay. I think it's a necessary thing today. I'm really excited about this. So,
Yeah, today we're talking about food, which we both love. I mean, we went into college, we're chefs, so
Yeah.
we love food. We love talking about it. And during COVID, I decided that I wanted to venture out and do something a little bit different. So took the holistic nutrition program with Canadian School of Natural Nutrition and haven't ever applied it to myself, which always has put me a little bit at disease
to apply it.
to other people and to give people advice on nutrition.
Mhm.
Where I'm very knowledgeable, but I never want to, because I don't do it myself, so I never want to put that on somebody else's plate.
Yeah, so there's so much that's going to happen in this episode. It's going to be very interesting because I think that what you just said actually comes back to integrity, right? Because you don't want to tell people about something, to do something that you don't feel integrity about you doing yourself.
Yeah, if I'm not showing up and doing it for myself, I'm not going to expect somebody else to do it. There's no way.
Yeah, it's tough. So that's really fun and exciting since we besties because, okay, so I approached you last week. Actually, I sent you a message that was pretty to the point, I think. And I don't think I'm ready to divulge everything to the world just yet. I'm not there.
Understandably.
But and I'm gonna get emotional about it. I hate that. Okay,
No, this is safe space. We know this.
Okay, so I approached you.
You approached me with an ask to help you.
Yeah. And it's important because food holds energy. And clearly, I need that. I need that shift. And it's funny because this goes into the integrity and authenticity for me. Because it's funny because I've been teaching my kids this, my students, that what we put in our bodies, it holds energy. It's been scientifically proven that when you cook food with love, that it tastes better. It has an energy that factually makes it better for you.
Well, so there's also Dr. Emoto out of Japan has done a ton of research into freezing water with.
Oh, yes.
So he puts even just the word,
like
the word love, and it forms these beautiful crystals in the water, and then puts the word hate beside another,
and it's chaos,
and it's absolute chaos.
Yes. So it's massive. I'm so excited to talk about this today.
So, and food is mostly made up of water, and so are we.
Mm-hmm.
There's so much water in our system, so the intention that we put into it 100% will radiate in our body or destroy it.
Yeah, totally. There was another thing done, and I know this, I'm like going sideways on this a little bit, but it's interesting, right? Because, I always say no matter what, everything has a place, and I do believe that. So microwaves, a thing was done with microwaves, a study, and it was done on plants for a little science experiment, and where the person who did the study put water, so gave the plant same plant, two different pots, and gave one plant just fresh water from the tap, just tap water, and she microwaved and cooled the other water. And the one from the microwave died. Okay, I'm not going to say don't use your microwave. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that it has energy, right? Like, obviously, that's radiation. But it's, that's what we're talking about. And these things, I think, I'm noticing it, I think, more now than I ever have, that whether it's the shift in the earth energy or whatever, but I'm noticing it more that these things are coming up. So I think it's absolutely worth talking about.
Well, and the more awareness we have around the subject as well.
Yeah.
When it's kind of brought into our forefront, it's like, oh, hang on a second, I'm starting to notice these things.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe there is some validity to this.
Yeah, for sure. So my ask of you this week was about autoimmune. Because we've talked about this for years, because you also unfortunately suffer from an autoimmune condition. And we always talk about the foods that affect us and what happens. And yet here we are still eating those foods because I appreciate joy in my life. All right.
Well, we were taught to cook with butter and cream and flour and all the things that make it taste good. And
I love all those things.
yeah, as do I. And as you know, I've gone gluten-free, what, a year and a half ago?
Yeah, it's been a bit. Yep.
Which I've noticed a huge difference. And now I really have to take dairy into consideration. Or do I need to change my energy around it?
I mean, like, I've really tried to change my energy around some things, but I'm sure you can see my face right now.
Yeah, it looks a little sore.
My face is disagreeing with the energy. Even though I'm like, I'm not going to not drink cream in my coffee. And then when it's like, you can't even have coffee, I'm like, oh, you better shut up or I'm going to fight you. Like, do you know who you're talking to right now?
Don't deprive Steffa for coffee. Violence will happen.
Like, coffee? Hello, let's just have a sip yeah.
As I also have cream in my coffee.
I mean, like, for real. So I'm, the struggle is real, and I want to move into a place of empowerment about it instead of deprivation about it, because obviously that changes the energy around it also. So you got to jump on the bandwagon with me. I can't do it alone. My kids are going to coo, man.
All right. Well, if you back it up just a little bit. So what was it? 7 years ago, I was diagnosed with Hashimoto's disease.
Maybe.
Which is an autoimmune thyroid condition. And the way I ended up getting it under control to begin with was by following a very specific diet that took away all the inflammatory foods in my diet. And it felt amazing.
All I heard was you took joy out of your life.
No, it's not the case. It's
sure, whatever, man.
I really enjoyed cooking for myself that way. It was, I had to adjust the way I cooked, but I stuck with proteins and veg and fruit and herbs. And that variety you can do a lot with. So essentially, what did I cut out? There was all grains, so no rice, no quinoa, nothing. All nuts, seeds, legumes, eggs.
Yeah, I've read the paperwork like a lot this week. And do you know, all that I've seen that's like it's awful. I'm like, dude, I eat nuts for lunch. That's what I eat for a snack because this is what
It's quick. It's easy. It's convenient.
healthy, right? And it's in quotations, healthy is supposed to be.
And it is healthy if your body is healthy and in balance. But when we've gone too far the other way by eating foods like
Corn
sugar,
dogs. I dig me a corn dog.
not me, not this girl. Look at
Hey, man,
disgust on my face.
Nova and I made corn dogs, and they were bomb,
No.
bro.
So
They were
at work this week, it was Super Bowl, so they're having like a huge
God.
Super Bowl celebration. And of course, it's like a Super Bowl menu, and everything had gluten in it. So I looked at the chef. I'm like, "What am I supposed to eat tonight?" And he's like, "Smokies." And I'm like, "I have to eat hot dogs for supper." He's like, "No, they're good Smokies."
No,
and I'm like,
it's a smoky. Call it something different.
"I have to eat hot dogs," and I was devastated. So,
Dude, everyone needs a good hot dog every now and then.
oh, not this girl. No, it just doesn't work with me.
I hoovered 2 hot dogs at IKEA the other day. I was so hungry. I was like, I just need a hot dog.
Yeah, no, that doesn't work with me.
Okay, all right. I feel that. I can't say I felt that great afterwards, but I was so hungry. That's why
So
we do that, right?
and that's why we do it when we're hungry and just
Make so good choices.
we always make the best choices when we're hangry.
Yeah.
A little hangry makes the world happen, I guess. Anyway, digressing. So when our bodies are that far out of balance by eating sugar and the refined foods and the processed foods, our bodies don't actually recognize it, and
Yeah.
it creates this storage in our systems that causes inflammation. So that's why our joints hurt. Like, it's not normal. People call it old age at 40 years old and be like, nope, just getting old when you're getting out of bed and everything hurts. That's not normal.
No, it's not. It might be the normal in the moment that's happening, but there's a reason it's happening.
But there's a reason that it's happening. So it's paying attention to the signs in your body and what's happening. So even your cheeks flaring up,
Oh, yeah.
it's a sign of inflammation.
100%. Yeah. Yeah.
So
I know exactly what this is.
when the body's in inflammation, essentially you want to cut back anything to let the body almost like a cool down period
Mhm.
where you give it foods that are easy to digest. It recognizes it's natural. You can go organic if you want, but it's getting the body back to a healthy state so you can reintroduce these foods later on.
Right. So I kind of want to talk about this because you said like spices and herbs and such. And now I have a certain set of like herbs that I use religiously. So I'm going to call them, well, they're not even Latin, but they're definitely more like, so the chilies, the cumins, paprikas, those are all things I don't want to say even that I can't have. It's that I need to avoid for a while because the nightshade family's not so good.
Well, the nightshade family creates this heat.
And which I really, really, really want to talk about because that's exactly why you do eat it in winter, is because it does create heat. And so I'm having this crazy internal like battle with myself because I created like a whole series of classes around like spices, why we use them, why we have certain things right now, because it's wintertime, despite what our weather is saying. For us, it's winter. And if you look at other countries, like India is an amazing one to look at, like Asian countries, they use certain spices for a certain reason in your body because it does certain things. And I'm like, yeah, I want to eat all those. Yes. And then I'm like, oh, my body doesn't like that.
But your body doesn't like it right now. Your body will adjust. So there's other warming spices, like we have the cinnamons and the nutmegs and the cloves.
Yes.
Those are also warming spices.
Which I also use. Love those.
And we have the luxury of having stoves and barbecues to heat up our food, to create that warmth. So we can do it through food and broths. Like bone broths are super healing for the gut. So when you're making a bone broth, you're using bones and you're extracting all those amazing gelatins and collagens.
Yeah.
And what that does, it actually begins to recoat the digestive system, the digestive tract, in order for your body to heal. But if you're still it's like take your hand and you have 4 splinters in it, representing 4 different types of food that your body doesn't like.
I don't even like that visual.
Unless you're going to extract those splinters by continuing to put that into your body's not going to heal. But as soon as you remove that,
the ointment works.
The ointment works.
What a great visual. I never thought of it like that before. That's a good visual.
And it's not that you can ever not touch wood again, right?
Yeah. Interesting. Okay, that's helpful.
So it's not forever. It's just until your body, because it's not an allergy. It's a reaction in your body, but it's not an allergy. Does that make sense?
Totally understand. Yes.
So you remove the stuff that's not serving your purpose right now for a short period and slowly reintroduce it. So you pay attention like, I'm getting a headache. My body is getting really hot right now. It's feeling really uncomfortable. My joints hurt.
Mm-hmm.
My eyes are itchy. Those are all signs that your body has inflammation.
Yeah.
Again, associated with allergies, but it's an inflammatory reaction. And when you stay away from those foods, it becomes very prominent when you reintroduce them.
And then you'll notice it a lot faster.
So potatoes is also in the nightshade family.
Yeah, true.
And when I was eating super clean, I just grabbed like a French fry I was out for dinner with my family and grabbed a French fry off my sister's plate and it was like instant headache. And I'm like,
oh, interesting.
Okay. So there's something in the potato that my body doesn't like.
Do you know what's so funny about that? And I always say it's potatoes or deep fried food. So, and again,
that's also refined oil. Like,
yeah, it's refined. But again, I am never, ever, ever going to be that person that's be like, you should never eat fast food. You shouldn't go to McDonald's. Okay. I'm a realist. I have 4 children. Okay. If you say you don't go to McDonald's, number one, you know what? Good on you for being a liar to everybody. But
you listen here.
You know
I laugh because I watched Super Size Me when I was 20 years old.
Same.
I haven't been able to eat McDonald's since.
Yeah, and
that's 100% truth. Like I can't.
Okay, maybe it's not McDonald's. McDonald's is an easy target, but fast food in general. Okay, let's just say it's fast food in general. And you and I went through a Wendy's spat like a long time ago. There was a lot of Wendy's Putin eaten. Okay, so
the spicy chicken sandwich.
Yeah, bro, it was so good. But so like, I notice like we don't eat a ton of fast food. I'm trying to like super get away from that. So it's like a treat, not an expectation. And it coats like my throat, everything. And then it makes everything, if I knew what poison tasted like, I would assume that that's it. Green peppers and whatever it tastes like in my mouth after I eat French fries and drink iced tea. It's super weird. So that reaction, but it happens every time. It doesn't matter where they're from. It could be like, not a fast food restaurant. If the fries have been deep fried, I get this taste in my mouth. So
that's a sign.
That's the reaction.
So those kind of reactions you need to pay attention to. And every body is different.
Yes, every body is different. Yeah, so this is not blanket statements for everybody.
You can't paint everybody with one broad stroke.
No.
Like I react terribly since I've been staying away from it. If I have even cross-contamination with gluten now, really affects me. And it's not worth the pain for me to go through because it feels like razor blades from the time I put it in my mouth until it comes out.
Totally. That's me.
A little graphic.
Yeah, no. I get it. That's me with oats. It's so weird.
But the pain is so extraordinary, and you can't explain that to somebody. Be like, "Oh yeah, I have a stomach ache." No, it feels like razor blades are ripping me from the inside out.
Yeah, it's awful.
It's not worth it anymore.
Yeah, it's awful. So, okay. So I had I'm shifting gears here because food holds so much energy. And it's really interesting because I had been thinking about this particular thing recently. And I was teaching a gentleman and his friend on the weekend. And I've had a couple classes with him. He's so funny. He's an engineer, and like everything that we talk about is put into engineer terms. I actually got an email from him this morning, and the terms that he uses
I work with a bunch of engineers. And I love them dearly.
it's so fun because it's like it's engineer terms, but it's cooking. And it's so fun. I love it. Okay. So he brought up that he's like, man, like food's so expensive. Okay. That holds energy. That is in our faces so harshly right now. Food is expensive. And he said that I find myself more often buying the stuff with the red stickers on it, like the 50% off, the discounted foods. Okay. And he's a pretty healthy dude. Like I went out there originally because he grows his own garden and he wants to become sustainable with what he grows.
That's
And so
amazing.
he wanted to plan his garden for next year based on what we were using. It's so cool. I love this is what I do. I loved it. So he brought this up. The foods that he's buying more often have the stickers on it. That holds energy. And I said, actually, do you know what's crazy is me too. I'm feeding a family of 6. And it's crazy. And it's been a work in progress, actually, for me to work around the energy that holds. Because do I fundamentally think that there's anything wrong with that food? No, I don't. I don't. Does it have a wrinkle on it? Does it have a bruise? Okay, maybe. Am I going to buy the ones that are terrible and mushy? No, I'm not. That's not what I'm going to do. But we have given, unfortunately, so much negative energy just by the cost of food.
Well, not only
Right
that,
now.
not only the cost of food, but even people who have never looked at nutrition, they're like, a tomato doesn't taste like a tomato. Strawberries
No.
taste like straw. And
Yes.
people are recognizing that the quality of food that we're getting. So meanwhile, that's in your head. And you're like, well, why pay for it? Because it's
Yeah,
the
100%.
quality shit anyway.
Yep.
Sorry, the quality is not great anyway. So
yeah, it's been really hard, right? Because you're trying to cook with what we consider to be nutritious ingredients. And yeah, when, whatever, if you're keeping up on food of any sort, we're sort of bombarded with it doesn't really have the nutritional value anymore. There's GMOs, there's pesticides, there's
there's the seed oils. There's.
Man, has that been a real, I don't know, man. Like it's kind of been in the forefront of my mind because it's tough.
Well, and then if you add on the layer of your body's already inflamed,
Yeah.
your cilia in your intestine isn't absorbing that nutrient from the food anyway.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a twofold. You feel like garbage because you just feel like garbage, and then you're trying to eat better, but you're still dabbling into foods that's causing problems in the body, and then you're not absorbing the nutrients, and then you're still staying exhausted, and there's still inflammation in your body, and it's overwhelming.
It's super overwhelming.
Like I remember, so when I was first diagnosed, I sat down with a holistic nutritional consultant, and that's actually how I got into it. That's how I ended up taking the course.
Mhm.
And she's like, yeah, you're going to go on an autoimmune protocol diet, and this is the best thing that you can do for yourself. And so you're going to stay away from all these foods. I'm like, okay, great. And she handed me a recipe book. And in this recipe book, so it was like, here's a marinara sauce, which was full of tomatoes. Here's a ketchup.
Wait, what? You can't.
And as a chef, I looked at her and I'm like, how? I was really confused because I'm like, you just told me to stay away from these foods. So why are you? And she's like, oh, well, just don't eat those ones. I'm like, and I felt lost, and I know food. And I had to retrain myself on how to cook. So it was a lot of roasted root vegetables, which I absolutely adore. That's usually my go-to.
I love roasted root vegetables.
And then I usually have an animal protein because I'm not a vegetarian. Vegetarian for me would never work because legumes.
No, we can't eat that stuff.
I can't. It bothers me so badly. So animal protein works really well for my system. So vegetables, fruit, herbs, like I said. But I'm like, that sounds like, I called it the no food, no fun diet. And I'm like,
I'm in that category right now.
which isn't actually the case. So I have a great selection of recipes that I've created that I will gladly share and even do alongside of you. So I do meal prep for work. So this will be, we'll just get together. Maybe we'll even record in my kitchen and
we will.
We'll put some meals together and we'll divvy them up and package them, and we'll have meals that are healthy and nutritionists have nutritional value in it.
And serve our bodies.
Because neither one of us is healthy.
What are you talking about?
Okay, well, my meat...
Shut up.
I could afford to, definitely do some better things for my body and for my system.
Yeah. Yes.
And we also have to, you have to feel like you're at the place where you're like, you know what? I deserve to do this for myself. I love myself enough to do this.
So what is a good way? Because this is something that I've been working on, and with my students, with my family, is shifting out of that mindset when I go to the grocery store and I am like, what the actual mother, father, cocker spaniel is going on with those prices? Like when I walk in and I'm like, apples? Come on, man. Like, what the heck, bro? We grow these in Canada. What the shit? And I eat it. I eat an apple every day. I love apples. I may slather with cheese and peanut butter, which I should stop doing. But listen, little bit at a time, all right?
So I can't speak to the cost of groceries because I don't run a grocery store. I'm not part of the farming community.
No. I get that. But like as the person who has to go as a consumer, and how do we look at that and go like, right from the grocery store up to us eating it and saying like, man, I'm so grateful that I still have this food available to me.
And when you're purchasing it, it's like, you know what? This is something that I want. And it's making those choices that it's like, no, you know what? This apple looks absolutely amazing and I can't wait to eat it.
Yeah. And that's a huge, huge shift. And it's worth saying because I do pay. I've gone shopping with you and you're like, I have no idea what the cost of this is. And I'm like, no, it's definitely this price over there. Or I'll see it in one place and know that there's a different somewhere else.
Like, I'm very fortunate. I cook for myself. That is it. So whatever I want, I go and buy. And I have the income where to me, food, I never question it because I don't have control over the pricing. So I go to a butcher shop to get my meat. And yeah, you know what? Sometimes it's a premium, but I really enjoy having that steak or that brisket or whatever I'm cooking at that time. To me, the flavor is there. The quality is there. And I will pay for that. Just like going to restaurants. I will pay a lot of money to go have a good meal somewhere.
Oh, heck yeah.
Where the fast food, I typically don't, well, now I can't. There's not very many fast food places that cater to gluten-free. No. But it's not my go-to. But I also have the luxury of time. Like I have a week off. at a time where I have the time and availability to do that. And is that realistic for everybody to do? No.
No.
So that's when meal prepping comes into play.
Yeah. Do you know what I did? I tried HelloFresh.
Oh, how was it?
It was terrible. Okay.
Really?
I don't want to throw HelloFresh under the bus because I do. Again, back to everything has a place. I believe that they have done a brilliant job of allowing food to be accessible for people who are not familiar with cooking and want to have fresh food in their life. Okay. 100%. I will say that all day long. I personally, because I'm a chef and I am so used to doing everything I do from scratch. Okay. So for me, it was very confusing and I did not love it. There was so much packaging. That's my beef. I'm going to write somebody about that. I get why they have to do it, but the packaging was like holy bananas. Filling the landfill with all that packaging is like too much for me. Like, you know me, I recycle everything and shouldn't be recycled even. Like, that can't go in the garbage. No, 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 no. So that is too much for me. And don't get me wrong, the meals were honestly, the flavor's beautiful. It's got a good thing going. But I cannot follow that. I am not like, ooh, put this little package in here at this time. And I'm like, what the hell is in that package, man? Like, what? I really struggled. I canceled it. I got 2 weeks. I got like 4 meals total. And they were great. They were yummy for me, not my children. And no, I will not do it again, but I will not say a bad thing.
Yeah, but that's also because you know how to cook and you've been doing it for so long. I mean, you run a cooking school for children, you teach adults. You're forever in the kitchen. Like when I go over for coffee, I sit down and I watch Steph work. That's typically what happens.
It's kind of a running joke actually with most people, not gonna lie. Yeah. Well, okay.
So that might not be a fair assessment.
No, it's true. But okay, so I have a challenge for everybody, for absolutely everybody, is to, when you go to the grocery store, change your thinking right off the hop. Yeah, we all know it's expensive. We know that it's tough. And use your energy honestly to buy what serves you to start. And if it feels good, go with it.
And even if you want chocolate, eat chocolate.
Oh, hell yeah. That's a struggle.
But it's, instead of being like,
don't eat the whole bar of chocolate.
I shouldn't be eating this. This is so bad for me.
Yeah,
it also
you
changes.
must change your thinking around that.
And I know that we're bouncing all over the place. Like, oh, you should do this, but like, you shouldn't do this.
Energy, the food, it has so much. But it's really hard not to bounce.
It comes back to, how are you showing up? And sometimes we need to go back to the basics to get rid of that inflammation in the body for at the level of the physical body, so the physical body can heal.
Yeah.
And then there's more to it. Like there's the spiritual, there's the emotional.
Yes. We'll go deeper into so many layers. I feel like it might be time for a pantry confession. What do you think?
Yeah, it could be.
It could be?
Yeah, let's do it.
It could be. All right. Let's see. Also, I just got to put it out there that we want these sent in from people also. So send in your pantry confessions. They can be like anything. We want to read it. You don't have to put your name on it. We don't have to know that unless, of course, you want to. So send them in. We want to read it. It'd be funny and fun. Or like we can help you work through something. Maybe. I don't know. Okay. Sure. Let's see. I always pick these at random here. But actually, this first one, I read the first line, and I've been doing this week, so I'm going to read it.
Okay.
Sometimes I sit in my car after errands because going back inside feels like too much. Not because anything bad is waiting for me, but because inside means noise, decisions, expectations, and being on again. The car is the one place where no one needs anything from me. It's quiet. It's neutral. It's a pause I didn't plan, but clearly needed. And for a few minutes, I can just exist before I step back into everything else. I've literally done this every day this week. Like every errand I have run this week, I have sat in my garage. Arthur's come out and he's like, "Are you all right?" And I'm like, I feel exhausted.
Well, and that was when you were reading that out, my first question in my brain was, when else do you take the time in the day to relax or to stop or to sit down and have a coffee versus running around the house? Or when else throughout your entire day do you have that luxury of stopping, breathing, turning off all the sounds, turning off all the distractions?
Are you talking specifically to me?
No, just in general.
Okay, but you said something really that sort of like stabbed me right in the heart a little bit, or the gut, or I don't know, in the torso area. That
Vital.
that
Vital attack.
the luxury of stopping and sitting down. Like, what the hell? Why is not doing something a luxury? That's messed up.
It could be the wrong word, but
No, I think you're bang on, because I think there's a lot of people in that same boat that we feel like we constantly have to be doing something. I'm probably the president of that club. All right? I'm the president of this club. I'm not taking new members. Take some time. But
so my sister-in-law sent a meme to me this week that was exactly that, where it was like funny mom from the 80s, and it's like, why can't we just sit down and relax? And it was like, no, there's vacuuming to do. No, there's dishes to do. No, I have to do this. And we watched our mothers do the same thing. Like, I don't ever remember my mom sitting down during the day to have a cup of coffee, or unless she had a friend over. That was the only time I ever saw my mom sit down. And I mean, she's almost 66 and she's still a going concern. Like,
true story. That like so funny.
So it's led by example. And we even heard, get your lazy bones up and get going, get doing something. So it's been.
Oh my God, I still say that. Oh God.
So it's these programs that we have that we've taken not only from our parents, but our grandparents, and we're passing it on to our next generation. Get out of bed. It's 7:30. I remember my dad saying that. I'm like, I'm tired.
It's Saturday, bruh. Get away from me. Yeah. Oh, that's really interesting.
So it's a lot more than just one person. It's more than just you. I've trained myself to, when I sit down and I have a coffee, I'm sitting down and I'm relaxing. I don't have a coffee on the go. When was the last time you did that?
Now? Does now count? Every 2 weweeks here? Does that count?
Those are rookie numbers.
I mean, like you asked me actually on our way here is like, when's the last time you sat down and actually took time for yourself? And my legitimate answer was when I had pneumonia last February. That's not normal, bro. But I know I'm so certain I'm not the only person in that in the club. We're disbanding the club. So, okay. So challenge. Find something this week. Find 5 minutes a day. 5 minutes a day.
Set a timer on your phone.
And don't scroll. Don't doom scroll.
Yep. Put everything away. Have a glass of water. Have a cup of tea.
Water's a good idea too, because that's good for me and you. Okay.
That's the challenge this week.
That's the challenge. Change your thinking at the grocery store. Do what serves you. Follow your energy, but make it good energy. No negativity.
Well, okay. Instead of allow yourself to discover when you're like, hang on a second, this isn't working for me. Change your thought pattern around it.
Specifically at the grocery store. And when it comes to taking a moment to actually sit down and just breathe. You know, we talked about box breathing in the very first episode. Do that. Regulate your nervous system for 5 minutes.
Not even box breathing. Just take a deep breath and just be.
Go outside with no shoes on.
Ooh, grounding. That'd be, well, it's a little chilly out there right now.
Like.
It is February.
But also like April, if you ask the weather. Just saying.
Grounding, good. Freezing cold feet, not so good.
But it can work. That does work. I talked to someone recently and she's like, if my son and I wake up and we both notice like our energy's all like that prickly, we literally, even in our pajamas, we'll just walk outside the front door with no shoes on, even if it's just for 10 seconds, and get the sun on your face for just a second and your feet touching real earth. Concrete counts. It makes a difference.
It really does.
These small things that change the frequency of your body, they matter. They matter so much.
Yeah, because, the whole purpose of us doing this is it's about taking action.
Little actions.
It's little
small,
action. It's
attainable.
not about changing your entire world all at once where you totally disrupt your nervous system and you go into panic and your body starts revolting and you start puking and
not sustainable.
It's not sustainable. So it's little actions that you can do on a regular basis. And soon those little actions over time you become a whole new person.
You do. Yeah. The little actions throughout the day make a huge, huge difference. So hope y'all accept the challenge.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah. Right. We done. We loves you long time.
He loves you.